friends, it is a beautiful morning this morning. I wish you were here. It's that beautiful. And just hearing the birds singing and all over the place, it just sounds amazing. As well as seeing this beautiful sky and just feeling it. It just feels good this morning. Well, we are back. Just got back late last night from Dirtcraft Organics, as well as a visit to the Biltmore, which we'll talk about later. But today is jam-packed full of things to do. There's a lot of stuff on my list to do today. We have to wash eggs, we have to harvest microgreens, we have to harvest some arugula flowers, which our restaurant has wanted to try. So on top of that, Lacie has a lot of different things to do. She has to take Selah to piano lessons, on top of taking the produce that I harvest today to some of her customers, while I go and deliver to one of our restaurants. So it's just crazy. And whenever we leave, it's nice to get away, but the work kind of doubles up on you when you get back. So got our work cut out for us. What is this?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Are you ready for a jam-packed day today?
It's that day every day, isn't it, Mike?
Well, whenever we leave, it does double up on us when we get back. So we're definitely in a little crunch today.
Yeah, I know. We got a lot to do.
So you're getting ready to head out, and I'm gonna go ahead and start the harvesting process. So when you get back, hopefully I'll have it knocked out, so you guys can take the produce to our delivery today, as well as take Selah to piano lessons.
Yeah, I gotta go pick them up from my parents' house, since my parents were so nice to keep them. And then we're gonna go and take Selah to piano lessons later today. She's been learning the past few months and she really enjoys playing the piano. So that's her hobby times, homeschool time, and so that's what we got on the agenda for today.
And yeah, I'm really impressed with and proud of Selah and how she's been advancing with her piano. And while we were at the Biltmore yesterday, it was just neat seeing their music room and the piano that they had, and it just made me think of Selah and her learning to play the piano. Who knows where she could take her piano lessons.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and head out and pick them up.
All right, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
All right, for harvesting these, I like to use a basket here that has slots in it, so that way air can flow. A lot of times, some of the vegetation, a lot of the produce, you harvest it and it still has some moisture on it, and I like to put it under a fan just to let some of that moisture go, just kind of dry out, so that way that they last a little bit longer, and it kind of keeps them just from being oversaturated in the refrigerator. So harvest these, put them in the basket, take them up to the wash and pack station to dry, and keep moving. Look who's back. Welcome back, guys. Hey, Josiah.
Hey.
Selah doesn't want to say hey to me. Welcome back.
Oh.
Everybody doing all right?
Yeah.
Hey. Did you just wake up, Grumpy Pants? No.
I had breakfast.
You haven't had breakfast?
No.
May I get a hug?
Give him a hug.
Come here.
I'll give you
They
another
hid
hug.
from me whenever I got there.
Thanks for my
Hold
hug.
us.
Hey, do I get a hug? Oh, you're running from me. Hey, that's messed up.
They didn't want to see me either.
Man,
Oh.
have too much fun? You didn't have any fun?
I had a lot of fun.
All right. Well, we got some things to do. Know that, right? You got piano lessons today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before we leave, if you guys could help me get the things ready for our customers. You up for that?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. All right, Josiah. Well, if you could go ahead and gather the eggs. I wasn't able to do it while we were gone, of course. So those eggs are needing to be gathered. And I am finishing up harvesting the radish microgreens, and then Lacie, if you give me a hand with harvesting the arugula flowers, that would be great.
Yeah, I gotta figure out.
You got
something.
breakfast for me there? Some muffins?
You can have one, yes.
Got
Mom
some
sent
homemade
one.
muffins,
Yeah,
man.
I know. Mom treats them right.
It's in the car.
That's the way it goes. Grandparents treat them so good they don't want to come back home. Today the air is pretty dry and it's about 60 degrees. I think it's supposed to get about 75 today, so that's really nice. And that really helps with drying these out a lot faster. When there's moisture in the air, when it's raining and it's cooler, man, it takes a long time to dry the microgreens and our lettuce. So really glad that the temperature and the weather is working in my favor today. Alrighty, while those are drying, I'm gonna get with Lacie and we're gonna go ahead and harvest the arugula flowers. This is actually our first time harvesting the flowers for a customer. I've actually tried them before personally, and man, they taste pretty good. They actually they have that same peppery, spicy peppery taste that the arugula leaves have. So I said, hey chef, you wanna try out these flowers? He's like, sure. So we're gonna harvest them, and actually Lacie's been running some tests here to see what would be the best way to preserve them. So let's see what she came up with. What is going on here?
He missed me.
No.
You
No, you didn't miss me.
You give mommy all those hugs and you wouldn't give me a hug? Do I get a hug yet? Do I get a hug yet? You're supposed to be my buddy. I won't give you a lawn tractor ride if you don't give me a hug. Oh, I know how to bribe him. Well, what I was thinking is if we could go ahead and reveal your secret on what worked well for preserving those arugula flowers. See how your test came out.
We can do that. Let me put this one down.
So 2 days ago, oh, that's not 2. 2 days ago, we harvested some arugula flowers just to do a test run. And Lacie did them a couple different ways in the refrigerator here.
Yeah, let me get them out and I'll show you. So the biggest thing with flowers is preserving them, and I know arugula flowers can be really delicate. So I wanted to know what's the best way to preserve them for our restaurants. So I did 3 different ways. I went straight from picking them to the fridge, and then I went straight from the picking them, but I wrapped the ends in a moist paper towel. And then another batch I sat in water and then just put a paper towel around them and put them in the fridge. So looking at these over here that just went straight to the fridge, I mean, they're okay, but they are a little limp. And then these that I put in a damp paper towel, see the flowers are more open right here, and they're not really limp. But these over here that sat in water and went to the fridge, the flowers aren't as pretty as these. But what I also didn't do is I didn't cut them off straight across. I just picked them outside with my fingers. But I think if I were to pick them, cut them, and then set them in water, and then use the moist paper towel, I think that is probably going to be our best bet for storing these.
Okay, since we're really short on time today, I think the best thing to do is to just wrap them with the towel in water. I don't know how long you had those sitting in water, so we don't have a lot of time for them to sit in water, so maybe just for a few minutes.
Not for long.
Okay.
But I think what we need to do is cut them and put them in water out in the field, and then we can bring them in and do the wet paper towel, and I think that'll work. We just can't let them dry out. That's like the #1 thing.
Let's make it happen. You get the water ready, and I'm going to go out there and start getting our harvesting basket ready so we can get this going.
Let's do it. I know we'll probably be harvesting a good amount of flowers, so I'm trying to think of what to put these in. And right now, all I can think of is repurposing a water jug into a harvesting container. So I'm gonna cut a big hole in it so I still have a handle and just use that and see how it goes. Voila! So here we go. I'm gonna wash it out really good and then take it out there and start harvesting.
Okay, these are drying out fairly well. I'm going to get another basket just to spread them out a little bit more. They dry out faster the more you have them spread out and laid out. So, speed up the process a little bit. There we go, that looks a little bit better. Alright, let's get another basket and we'll head down there and start harvesting those arugula flowers. So nice to see the garden taking shape, finally coming together. We're pretty behind this year with all the different projects we have going on, but hey, we're still making progress. And right over here in this section, we've been growing lettuce, and then we had arugula that we just let it go to seed. My original plan was just to let them grow and then feed them to the chickens. Then Lacie made this brilliant suggestion of saying, hey, why don't we see if some of our chefs would like these? So it's like, that's a fantastic idea. So
make money when you can.
So arugula, we just harvested the greens when it came time for that. Then they shot up with flowers, and you can see here, got these little flowers on them. You want to try one, Micah?
I don't want to.
You don't want to try it?
They taste good.
You don't got one?
I'll try it. I really like it. I think they taste just like arugula. And they look neat too.
So what I'm doing is I'm just cutting them down low so the stem is long, and then I'm just pulling off these leaves and putting them directly in water.
So you don't even need the harvesting basket that I brought, so that's great. Just using that that water jug there.
Yeah, I mean, I've already
just put them in water.
a good amount.
Okay.
And they fit in this really well. And so when I get inside, they've already been sitting in water. I'll cut the stems, and I'm gonna wrap the stems in a moist paper towel and put them in a bag, and we'll take them to our chef, and we're gonna ask them how long they last too, because we want to make sure they have a good shelf life.
Let's go ahead and maybe get maybe double that amount, and we'll take them, maybe double or triple.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down there. Those are taller down there, and I think they have more flowers on them, so I'm gonna hit those up. Man, these smell so good as you're harvesting. That's the upside of harvesting flowers.
They smell good, they look good, and they taste good. It's like a triple benefit.
That's right, triple threat.
Triple bonus. So I think the seed pods and the flower petals taste really good. Oh, Selah, would you like to try some?
Sure.
Just eat all of it. Flower monster. How you like it?
That tastes really good. Hey, look here, Daddy.
What you got there?
It's some purple dead nettle. They're totally edible.
Really? I'm not sure if I had this before.
Oh yes, you have. You
Really?
didn't know it.
When did I have it? In my sleep?
No, last spring, whenever the purple dead nettle started coming out, I made a pesto out of it.
Wow. So let's harvest some of these and just take to the chef too, see if he may want to try some of these.
Maybe.
So you know what? While we're harvesting these, why don't you go ahead and harvest some extra for us to have for dinner tonight, and you can make a really neat recipe and share it with everybody.
I can do that.
So good. Oh, Mike, are you helping too?
Mm?
I don't know why, but as I'm packaging these microgreens here, Greg is keeping an eye on me. Greg, our guard goose there. So we're just gonna give him a little bit of microgreens, a little treat. Here we go. Here you go, Greg. Greg is our guard goose. Well, he's not eating up the microgreens, but the chickens are. Okay, as I'm drying these, I want to make sure that I'm getting most of the moisture off the surface of them, but you don't want to dry them out too much to where they just kind of limp. I like them to have a little crisp to them, like when they bite it, you get a little crunch. Some of that just takes time and practice and experience of getting used to it, but that's the goal of what I shoot for. Alright, so we harvested what we needed to harvest and delivered the produce that we needed to deliver today. And now I'm super excited to try an egg sandwich, eggs from the farm, with microgreens from the farm, as well as some of the arugula flowers on the sandwich as well. Looking forward to it. Something looks really good that Lacie made. I'm sure it's going to be good too. So you guys pretty excited?
Mm-hmm.
Taste it. See what it tastes like.
Mmm. So, go?
I don't know how to eat.
A fork.
Man, this is an excellent sandwich that you made there. Thank you very much.
I'm glad you like it.
What do you think about it, Josiah?
It's good.
Yeah. Did you guys have a good time while we were away at the Biltmore?
Mm-hmm.
You did?
And I had done with Nene.
You did? Well, we had a good time without you. And it's been a while since we've been to the Biltmore, so it was nice to see the Biltmore again. It's huge and it's beautiful, and just see all the hard work and detail that went into putting the Biltmore together. It's just amazing. But what stood out to you, Lacie, about it?
There's a lot of things that stood out. The craftsmanship in the house that you would never see now, or very rarely do you see. And then just thinking about all the people it took to run that household, and not just the household, but the estate and the farms that supported it, and seeing the kitchens, and it was just amazing to see everything.
I really like, especially first off, going right into the entryway, seeing all the plants, I really liked that room. And then seeing the library and all the different books that they had was just crazy. And the detail and quality of everything that was there. It wasn't cheap, it was high quality material. And I really liked Mrs. Vanderbilt's room. That was really neat seeing hers. It was it had like a royal feminine essence to that room. It was just beautiful. And I like seeing the huge, I can't remember if it was a dining table, but it was just huge and it was just beautiful, and the colored chairs, and it was just pretty neat.
And we got to see the gardens that were really cool, and in the greenhouse they had an orchid display with all kinds of different orchids and plants, and that was fun to go through. There wasn't much blooming outside, but I would like to go back when more was blooming outside and just go walk around the grounds.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to going back and seeing the gardens once everything is in bloom, because the layout there I'm just super excited about seeing it. Well, I'm going to finish off this sandwich because it's mighty tasty, and am definitely intrigued about trying some new flowers and edible flowers, and passing them on to our customers. But we'll just have to see how things turn out with this virus from China that's spreading around. Hopefully it won't affect our restaurants and the ability to sell to our customers. But we'll just have to see. That's it for now. I'm gonna keep going. Try it. It's good. Wish you could. Not taste-o-busy. So neat. It almost doesn't even look real.